To handle the role of a top manager, we need a lot of capabilities. Some of the most important are speed in action and decision-making, the ability to make big calls, and the capacity to bear the weight of responsibility. We must accept the fact that a day has only 24 hours, and our task within that time is to create as many outputs as possible, handle as many meetings as possible, close as many deals as possible, solve subordinates' problems, and who knows what else. These activities undoubtedly require a solid dose of mental toughness and resilience to stress. But most of us are not naturally stress-proof. Top managerial roles come with high demands, and you've surely noticed that one of the most common requirements for managerial candidates is the ability to perform under pressure and stress. Of course, stress is everywhere. You don't have to be a top manager to experience it. But the top manager is a useful illustration. Let's imagine what such a day might look like. And hello, the manager gets up early. If time allows, they have breakfast. Even then, they're checking emails and thinking through the day. They sketch out a plan, if it isn't already written somewhere else, while expecting to pick up countless calls and speak with dozens of people outside that plan. But yesterday, they worked late into the night. A critical deadline is approaching and the energy just isn't there. Coffee isn't helping, so it's time for something stronger. Nothing like reaching for a stimulant, often the kind available only on prescription. Something that seems to provide an almost unlimited supply of energy. You'd likely find it on the list of banned substances for athletes. So now there's energy. Our manager heads to work. The day starts promisingly. By morning, they've handled a dozen urgent issues that required plenty of arguing with colleagues, customers, and superiors. It's only 9 a.m. Stress is rising, and something to calm down feels necessary. Getting tranquilizers isn't hard, and a typical GP will prescribe them for ongoing stress. Our manager is now amped. Everything gets done fast. They're also calmed. Everything seems fine and runs smoothly. The full day at work is done. Time for a pat on the back. They get home and take care of the family. Play with the kids, then prepare for the next day. Maybe continue on yesterday's project. Night comes. It's time to sleep to be ready for tomorrow. But the level of stimulants taken throughout the day hasn't yet dropped enough for the heart to stop racing. If this continues, sleep won't come. The only reliable fix is a sleeping aid. Time for the favorite sleeping pill. And so our dear manager repeats this day after day. Well, each day they assemble this deadly triple combo, where overdosing on any one part can have fatal consequences. But hey, given the money they make, it's worth it. If they weren't fast enough, someone faster would soon replace them. Do you still want to be a top manager? No. Lee. To be fair, not everyone plays this dangerous game. There are many old-school managers who know stress well. They face it daily and wrestle with it as best they can. Yet even such a manager may not be spared certain outcomes. One day, it can happen that they, under constant pressure, begin to feel certain needs and psychological problems. Or their body simply says, enough, calls it quits, and they can't get out of bed. Best case scenario. How is that possible? Well, did you know that stress ranks among the biggest killers of our population? It may not always seem so, but it stands like a phantom in the shadows, grinning as the seeds it planted sprout and grow, until one day there's room for nothing but its insidious work. What are the long-term physical consequences of stress? Here are a few examples, by no means exhaustive. Accelerated heartbeat, increased blood pressure, straining the arteries, excess fats and glucose that the body fails to metabolize properly, fats contributing to plaque buildup in blood vessels, fats leading to heart disease and heart attack risk, high glucose levels paving the way toward diabetes, excess production of serotonin, the mood-regulating hormone in the brain. Too much serotonin can lead to heightened pain, sensitivity, histamine release after a short time in the bloodstream, cold allergy-like symptoms. The body routes stress responses inward to our organs, creating digestive issues, circulatory problems, nervous system disturbances, internal and external damage such as stomach ulcers, hypertension, back pain, arteriosclerosis, allergies, asthma, fatigue, insomnia, headaches. Do you still want to be a top manager? Why must we accept stress as an inseparable part of life, especially in certain professions? Or not? That's the question. What do you think? Many people are convinced that you can't get rid of stress, and stress is good because it pushes you to perform better. See the list of what stress causes above. Both beliefs are simply wrong. First, stress isn't a thing. It's not one specific object we all share or experience identically. Stress is a state we each create differently based on how we perceive reality, external and internal. Put simply, stress is a reaction to our perception. Does that sound odd? Maybe, but think about it. Whatever happens in life, the way we think about it and then perceive it shapes how we feel. How we feel is the result. Stress. If we could change how we perceive things, could we remove our stress? Oh. Alright. Absolutely. That's the point I've been making all along. Once we change our perception of the given situation and everything around it, our stress falls away. And the idea that stress makes us perform better, that's also nonsense. Instead of focusing 100% on our work, doing it with ease and joy, stress takes a big bite out of our capacity. That means we can't actually give 100%, because in this case, more than 100% simply doesn't exist. So how do we change it? And how do we be top managers? Well, quite easy. It doesn't matter whether you aim to be a corporate manager, a great employee, or simply a great family member. I've worked with all of these. The point is, once you remove the stress response, add joy in well-done work, and turn your work into a calling in the good sense, your performance will soar, and you'll achieve better and better results in less time. When you feel fulfilled at work, which, by the way, is a large part of our lives, you'll live more contentedly without stress, have a sense of purpose, and many of your health problems will fade. Some long-standing ones may start disappearing on their own. On top of that, it will show in your finances and overall earnings. And as a bonus, you'll have the opportunity to enjoy those earnings in good health. Do you still want to be a top manager? Unwell. I won't connect. Have a great work day.